needs do you have back home in Nigeria? What needs do you have we can assist you? Do you know how he responded? Our ministry has no needs. We meet needs. Our ministry has no needs.
We meet needs.
We meet needs.
We are the solution.
Yes. And today, even the church where he pastors is the largest building, largest church in terms of architecture in the world. That's the mentality people should be having. Not Boma Yanganepo, Nanga Iwe offer. And those 30 for me that have stood from the crowd are people we must commend, regardless of how funny they could be or they may look now.
They are sponsored.
Yeah, call them whatever name. Why aren't you sponsored yourself also? Huh? It's a mark of courage on their part. It's an expensive venture. I've seen Enoch Roosevelt Tonga, president of the Third Liberation Movement, asking for help. He says, I've failed to raise 100,000. It's an expensive venture. Sir, if we give you 100,000, would you think of going to pay to this is it, or you think about your life?
That's an investment.
That's an investment.
Others, that is more than enough capital than what they need.
And yet others will say, look, yes, I have this 100,000. My children can be happy, can invest in this and that. But he says, no, the Zambians are more important. That is the heart of a leader. And we must congratulate those 30. We hope that you will all manage to file successfully your papers during this nomination week, so that by Saturday we can see you gallivanting the country, your manifestos. It will be very good to see you on the ballot. It will be, if those 30, all of the 30 manage to be on the ballot, it will be a double of what we 16 in 2021. So if those 30, even more than 20 manage, definitely it means the space to participate is there, because other countries the case is not like this.
So that actually contradicts the notion of shrinking democratic space.
How is it shrinking when every Jim and Jack today wants to become an MP and no one is stopping them? When everyone can decide to switch camps like Thomas Power has done, how is that a problem? That is a healthy democracy. Not to say there are no teething problems. Not to say we've reached perfection. I think we still have to agree, John Mark, to a larger extent, that we are not like other people. You know what the Bemba say? Umwana oshenda atasha ninokunaya. If you don't travel, you don't move, you think the best meal is the one prepared by your mother. When you travel, you see that the same chicken. you've been to wonder, soup chabe tomato
You're using your own spice.
There are people that are gifted at cooking. You wonder that can't have been deceiving myself in my mother's house. No wonder they always say, they don't go that direction for single people. You see, look at Rwanda. How many people participated in the election? The main contenders are not on the ballot. Look at Uganda.
Even Tanzania.
Yes.
Remember that prior to the elections, we saw that a number of those vying for opposition, they actually were arrested.
Yes. We are voting. The main opposition leader is in jail. Is that democracy? How is that a competition when your main competitor is not in the race? How is that? I don't think it's a competition. It's healthy competition.
Do you think that those who actually ascend to office, even after getting to office, knowing that the main opposition actually in prison, does that bring any satisfaction?
Because the challenge is that power is very sweet. So others will do it regardless of whether it is fair or not.
That's like passing number one when you know that you're the only one in class.
Exactly. How will you even go and testify that Napasa number one, you will work. So you know, because you see, these politicians are their main competitors. They know their main threats. Suluhu from Tanzania. The man that was in jail at the time of voting, in fact, you know what she did? 2 months or so, a few months before the election, she wanted to release him. He refused to come out. Say, look, don't take us as jokers. You've campaigned throughout. A month to the election, now you want to release me. To do what? He refused to come out. That is why we should also appreciate where we are, because sometimes when you don't know around the peaceful transition of power, learn from ECL. Learn. You would have decided to do what Donald Trump did. Just send over the instruments and not go there yourself. Very possible. That's how Joe Biden became president in the US. The outgoing was not there to hand over. They were just sent through Yango, or I don't know. Through Yango. Like, please, take him to him, I'm not going there. ECL would have done that. You know, just sent. Please go and give him. But he was magnanimous enough. That is a lesson to President Hichilema now, who is the president. When his time to leave office comes, he should do so graciously. Whoever replaces HH, the time also comes to leave power. Please, we have a blueprint. Past presidents. I remember in 2011, John Mark at the Supreme Court, when Arabi was handing over to Michael Sata, he shed tears. Arabi shed tears to tell you that I'm not doing this with a guard hat. No. It's like, hey, Jesus Christ, John Mark, the Last Supper. He cried a prayer, prayed a prayer to God. If it is possible, let this pass. I'm not.
In other words, I don't want.
prayed the whole night that day. So look, this is heavy. If it is possible, Chafima, I don't want to go to the cross.
Does that also show us that how sweet sometimes some of these positions are? Like you've mentioned, you could see that if it was for ECO, remember that he was side by side, not with his wife, but with his daughter Tarsila. You could see that.
And a big question anyway.
And then you could also see, like you've mentioned with Arabi, that he literally wept in the middle of the speech.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to start reminding these politicians and showing these clips before even the elections. Sit and rewatch that part of history, because I feel sometimes when it comes to history, we are specific which
so to remind them that look, power is temporal. No matter how long you want to be there, time will come for you to hand over. Power is temporal. And the time, like I keep on saying, the time of reckoning always comes. Always comes. Arabi's time came. He only stayed there for a short period. Even him, he wanted to stay longer. It was just 2 years plus that he stayed to finish the term of Levi Manawasa. He thought, now, let me have my own term. Because that was not my term. Let me enjoy now my 5 years. And yet, the King Cobra, the former chain smoker, still won. I tell you one, go and check statistics. One of the most highly financed campaigns by an incumbent president was the 2011 of Repair Band. One of the most financed campaigns. One of the most highly financed campaigns by the ruling party was that of 2008. 2011. IRB put in his all. That's why he cried. One of the reasons I believe he cried. Like, look,
I've spent too much.
I've spent too much. You know those men that refuse to leave a lady?
I've invested too much. There's no way you can leave me.
They'll tell you, look, I've invested so much in you, you can't leave me. You're mine. They begin to own you. Because you look at the level of sacrifices put in the relationship. That was Arabi. One of the reasons he wept. Like Jesus wept. Arabi wept also. That is how sweet that position is. But the good part, the most comforting part for us as citizens is that for every chapter that opens, an ending is guaranteed. It can be 27 years of KK, but an ending will come. It can be 20 years of MMD, an ending will come. It can be 10 years of the PF, an ending will come. It can be 5, 10, 15, 20 years of UPND, but an ending eventually will come. So, the best is now, save the interest of the people when you are there. So that even post the days of your office, we can still regard you as a man that labored for the country. We can still hold you in high esteem. Look at what's happening to some of these, UPND MPs. Majority of them are bound down from the rest. If they were confident that they did well, sir, you will contest the seat. But when you know that you disappointed your people, the Livingstone MP, Rodney Skumba, former Minister of Tourism, from the Honorable Skumba was confident of what he did for the people of Livingstone, he would recontest the seat.
And actually, even former Chirondo MP and Minister of Education says he will not recontest as MP. And according to him, that he had the cries of, or the advice of his wife to say don't stand, reading that even from Kalomba.
Whether it was the wife or not, if the wife also knew that he performed well, there's no way the wife would deny him an opportunity to continue saving the people of Chirondo. That is to tell you that they know that they didn't do well for the people. They know. The mayor of Livingstone has bowed down. That's to tell you that they know. Elijah Mchima has bowed down. That's to let you know that they know. Now they are available, but they forgot who has the real power. They forgot that real power resides in the members in the community. Maybe we need to remind them that this is the time now the citizens feel so powerful. And my caution to the citizens, even as we get to the elections, John Mark, is don't put into office people that will focus on enriching themselves. Focus on people that you know why hasn't Elijah Mchima said that? Why? That raises a lot of questions for me. But the period we're in, we'll be able to give you in-depth views and of course developments as they unfold as we get closer to the 13th of August. It is quite a very busy period this week. All those 30 will be at Mulungushi today. I think there are about 5 or so that are going to file in their nomination. Among them is Howard Kunda. Among them also going today is KBF. It's time to run the country, and by the end of this week we'll be able to give you a list of those that were
To drop a comment on our Facebook platform, Prime Television Zambia, and we will be able to read your messages.